Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're playing with some new makeup. I'm really excited because Beauty Bay put out a brand new eyeshadow palette, which is how I got this look, as well as I picked up a couple new things from Too Faced and Nabla and tried them out as well. But you guys, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how those products worked and how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, usually I have my eyelids primed, but there is a new eyeshadow primer that I'm trying out today. This is the ColourPop Party Proof Eye Primer. And usually when you get an eyeshadow primer, it's one of those squeezy tubes, but that's not the case with this. There is a wand. I have the shade Translucent. There were two other shades, I think, with this. So I figured we would try that out today. I don't know how much I need, but we'll start out with that, and then I will use my usual brush to kind of blend it out. The only thing with the Translucent is I usually like to cover up my veins. Actually, I feel like I need a little more than that. It feels like it's a little creamy. Yeah, there's a little bit of tack to it. And it looks like it's kind of blending out to a really sheer shade, which is fine because the palette that I'm using is pretty dark colors. So I'm just interested to see how this performs. But ColourPop has never had an eyeshadow primer before. So I was excited to try it out. They released it at the same time as a palette, and so I was able to purchase them together, but that's not the palette we're using today. I was trying to pick and choose which ones I wanted to use, and I've been using a lot of ColourPop recently, so I wanted to play around with something else. The lids feel a little tacky, nothing too crazy. Now for eyeshadow, I have the Beauty Bay Age of Opulence. This is a 20 color eyeshadow palette, and you guys, look at those fun shades. This retails for $20 on Beauty Bay. I love their price point. Their eyeshadows so far, the ones that I've used, have been amazing. So I'm really hoping that with these bright, beautiful shades, we're gonna get that same effect. There was another one that came out with the Age of Opulence, which was this one, the Golden Age. It's a neutral palette, so I didn't really want to use it today. Maybe I'll use it later on down the road. And there's a lot of beautiful shimmers in here that are stunning. So I use neutrals all the time. I want to play with some bright colors. So let me know down below if you want to see this palette used as well. There are some shimmers in here that I want to dip into and swatch for you. Okay, so this first shade right here, this is Crush. Look at that. It's kind of like a gold with like a rose gold shift. Then this next one is Decadent. That blue is, these two are the ones that I'm gravitating towards. Then this one is Revival. Oh my goodness, look at that yumminess, you guys. This purple one right here is Ace. Look at those 4 shades. Stunning. And then this one is Champagne. You guys, I am in love with these shades, and those are just the shimmers. I want to just swatch them for you guys. Look at that. And then I just swatched Champagne right there. So those are the shimmers swatched. You guys, those are stunning. Okay, you guys, so I do want to play around with these blue shades. I haven't done blue in a while. I've done some teals, some purples. So I feel like if we stick with the blues and dip into Decadent and Crush for the shimmers, I think that'd be really pretty. There are some other dark mattes in here that I really like. So there is a black shade Noir and a brown shade Prohibition. And then even this dark purple burgundy shade, which is Speakeasy. So I feel like you get a good range of colorful as well as dark mattes, and then about 50-50 with the shimmer shades. Okay, so starting out, I'm gonna dip into the shade Lavish, which is probably the lightest blue in here. I'm thinking put that into the crease as well as the outer V, and then we'll darken it up with the darker shade Curve. I literally just dropped everything. I barely just dipped into Lavish. All right. And I'm just placing it in there, and then I will sweep it and blend it. All right, so I'm just pulling the angle up towards my temple just to kind of accentuate the eye shape. Now I'm gonna dip into this darker blue shade, which is Curfew. It's kind of like that navy blue shade. And I'm going to go into more of a dense shading brush just because I want to be able to get the shape that I want and kind of concentrate this color. That deepened up so much. It is really pretty. And I like how they're mixing together. So you got that deeper shade right here, and then on the exterior, you've got that lighter shade Lavish. I'm not going in with any extra product from Lavish. I'm just going to, on the exterior of that shade, kind of blend it out a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this yummy shade Decadent. I'm gonna use my middle finger to place it just in the center because I wanna put Crush right here on the inner. Ooh. And then Crush. That shade is stunning. And I had thought about doing a cut crease, and I was like, if I was just putting Crush on, I would, but you guys, that shade is just popping without cutting the crease and putting concealer on. And it's so buttery, so buttery. I love the Beauty Bay eyeshadows for that. The shimmers are just so smooth and creamy. All right, and then now Crush. You guys. Now I wanna see if this picks up on a brush so I can just get into that inner corner. And the last time I used a brush with Beauty Bay shimmers, they worked so well. Might need a little setting spray. That just made it so much more yummy. Any setting spray will do. I just used Max Fix Plus because it's what I had on my table. And it just looks like a firework going through the crease. Okay, so blend these a little bit. I do have a makeup wipe, so I'm just going to straighten this edge, because darker colors like this, when you try and put foundation on, if you haven't cleaned it up, can make a mess. Okay, I'm gonna go do this eye. I'll be back because I have some other new products to try out, and we'll try them out together. Okay, you guys, I'm back and I'm ready to do foundation. I'm trying out a new foundation from Nabla. This is the Skin Realist. I was hoping that it would come to my Ulta because they do carry some Nabla products, but I wasn't able to get it and I had to go to their website for it. This is in the shade Light. I'm not really sure. This is a beautifying tint balm with hyaluronic acid microspheres. I did go ahead and use a primer combination that I know works for me, which is the Ola Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer and then the Tarte Timeless Pore Smoothing Primer. So those two I know work for me, so it'll give me some idealistic results with this. I was looking at this component and it's one of those that like it has a hole in the bottom so it'll pull air through, which means you're not gonna waste product on this and it's just gonna push everything to the top. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand because I'm not sure like consistency wise. And then I'm just gonna take my foundation brush, grab a little, let's see. I mean, so far so good. It looks pretty. It's a skin balm. I don't tend to try out skin balms just because like I'm on the oily side. Certain like foundations or like the minimalist, they don't work well because I have some redness in my skin that I'm not a fan of. But I wanted to try it, and then I'm gonna use, they have a new concealer that came out, which is the whole reason I ordered it. I wanted to try that out. So I was like, if I'm already placing an order for the concealer, why not try out the foundation skin balm? Okay, so that is the one pump that I had on the back of my hand. Not too bad. I mean, it didn't go full coverage. I wasn't expecting that. I've been kind of okay with not going full coverage. I've been okay with my freckles showing through. It's evening it out a little bit. We'll see if it's buildable. So we'll just go in a little bit more. And then as I've been doing recently, I've just been keeping to the exterior of the face. And then I will go in with my concealer and hope that it covers everything up. And the 5 head. A little bit on the nose. All right, so after 2 pumps, I still have some left on my hand. So I'm just gonna go back into areas where I think I need a little more coverage. And for this being, there was fair, light, medium. There's not a huge range, but they're supposed to cover a lot of skin tones with those shades. So I just went with light. I feel like it's a decent color. It's not too orange, it's not too yellow. So I feel like if you're in the light family, this might be good for you. And then you can highlight and accent where you want. I was not trying to get into my eye area with that. And what's funny is, with this type of eye, you would think I was going full glam with my foundation and everything, but sometimes I just want something a little glowier, and then I can build up with concealer and other products. It's interesting, it is falling into this line right here, and I get that a lot no matter what anyways with the foundations that I use. It is, so with the primer that I used, I don't usually get the lines in my, like the creasing in my forehead, because it usually smooths it out, but it's kind of sinking in right now. We'll tap it out, we'll see how that works. So I do have the Nabla concealer. This is the Regeneration Uplifting Creamy Concealer. I just got it in the shade Ivory. And then it's one of those little spongy ones that you just kind of click up. Kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury one. I wasn't a fan of that one. And then I'm just gonna use my Laura Mercier powder just cause I know it works for me. So I used a primer and now a powder that I'm familiar with. Let's go ahead and try out. I'm gonna do one eye because I'm not sure how quickly it dries down. It's taking forever. Okay, that's still not enough. We'll start with that, go in with the Juno sponge, and then see how it works. I mean, it covered up a little bit. Maybe I can just go on with a little bit more. I kind of like that. I don't know, can you tell the difference between this eye and this eye? It looks like this smoothed out a little bit more. It is in my creases. I will smooth that out when I go to put powder on. It's falling into my creases so far. I'm going to dab it out when I go to use powder. So, handy dandy powder brush. It's not too bad up here in the lines, but I feel like when I tapped them out on my chin, it was fine. I like this so far. We'll see how it is towards the end of the video, and but so far I like it. I'm never gonna get rid of these lines. I've come to terms with it, but I will continue to talk about them. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish off this eye look. For under the eye, I'm thinking this brown shade silk stockings, and then I'll go in with curfew on the outer V and drag it under a little bit. So I'm just using a shadow smudger, and I'm gonna place it under there. Just because this blue is very bold, I don't wanna do anything too crazy underneath. And it may not look like there's much there. There is, it's not really showing up on camera, I don't think. There is a little bit of brown or nude. It has a little color, not a lot. But I'm also not trying to go towards this V because I don't want the blue to drag under until I actually go and place it under there how I want to. I'm gonna go ahead and mix a little bit of silk stockings with this brown shade Prohibition just to give some depth. There you go. That made it a little bit darker. That's what I was trying to go for. Okay, now I'm gonna dip into that dark blue curfew, and I'm gonna do that on the pencil brush. I'm going to just kind of in the outer V. I don't want it too big of a line. I just want it to be kind of like eyeliner. I'm just kind of keeping it in the eyelashes so it's closer to the lash line and not blowing itself out underneath my eye. Especially because I don't want to disrupt this hard line that I have right there. Okay, and then we still have eyeliner to finish this off. But before that, so Too Faced started releasing their holiday kits, and this one, it's adorable. This is the You're So Hot. It has a bronzer as well as a lip plumping lip gloss. So I figured we would try out the bronzer. Oh, this packaging is so cute. I love this makeup bag. You guys, I love little cute makeup bags like this because I can just pop my stuff for work into a bag like this, put it in my backpack, I'm good to go. Okay, and then I love Too Faced makeup products because they always smell so yummy. So this is the lip injection gloss. We will probably try this out. This one is in the shade Christmas Cocoa. And then the bronzer, this is in the shade Hot Cocoa. You guys, look at it. Oh my, it's so yummy, you guys. There is some gold on here, and I don't know if it's gonna give you that glowy effect or if it's just detailing that once you put your brush on it, it's gonna just flake off. So look at this, it is so adorable. Where's my bronzer brush? All right, so I really don't want to mess them up, but I want to try it out so bad. Okay, so the gold's starting to come off. I don't know if it's going to give us any color. I do like the Too Faced bronzers. They're some of my favorite. They're still packed away. I did start to unpack things. Nothing is organized. I've just been kind of like chucking them in the drawer that I think they're gonna go in, kind of like how I reach for my makeup products. I think I'm going to organize that here over the next week because I'm sick of not having my makeup readily available. I did contour already. I did use my Kevyn Aucoin contour. I didn't want to film it. You guys have seen me use that contour multiple times. It's one of my favorites. My hair starts to look crazy when I do my bronzer. So this is on the lighter side. If you're not like too dark, this will work for you. Like if you're fair or light. But I think once you get into a deeper tone, it's not really gonna work for you. So this is really only gonna work for maybe medium to light or fair skin tones. And I've gone back in multiple times to get this color payoff. But it does smell delicious. If you want the cocoa effect, but maybe this isn't the right shade, the Too Faced bronzers, they have those cocoa bronzers in deeper shades. Just chisel out the jawline a little bit. But for the days that you want a less dramatic bronze, this is it. But these right now are available on Too Faced's website. I know Sephora has it. I'm not sure if Ulta has it. But if you're looking for the Too Faced holiday stuff, I did pick up an eyeshadow palette. I don't want to use it today, so I will do a video for that probably in the next couple of days. You guys, I can't get over this packaging. It's adorable. Just so you can see what it looks like now that the gold effect is on there. The face is still there. It's still super cute. You just don't have the gold detailing on it, which I had a feeling it was going to disappear. So for inner corner highlight, I'm just going to use the NYX Born to Glow. This is stunning, and then I like that you can also get the shimmer top coat if you want that. I'm just going to go into this shade for the inner corner, which is also what I'm going to use for the brow bone. All right, so that'll finish off the eye look. I still have to do some other things, but I figured we would try out the lip gloss in case I don't want to keep it on and we change out our color. I mean, the packaging is also super cute. It smells like hot cocoa, you guys. So yummy. I haven't always been a huge fan of like the lip plumping glosses. Here goes nothing, you guys. The shade is pretty though. It has a cooling effect. It's not really like tingling. I like the shine that it has. It is really pretty. And the shade of it. I mean, if I just wanted to stick with this, like this would be pretty with a very dramatic eye. Okay, I'm gonna see how this works out as far as lip plumping. Right now I just feel like I have like menthol or something on my lips, like icy hot. I'm gonna go ahead, finish off my eyes with eyeliner, mascara, do some brows. I mean, they're not crazy, I just had them done. Blush, highlighter, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back and this is the final look. I do have some thoughts though. So I was looking at my skin, foundation, all that in the mirror, and like right through here, it looks a little dry, but that could also be because it's starting to cool down here and I need to switch to a more hydrating primer. Now, it doesn't look like it's accentuating my pores any more than like my other foundations do. It did fall into my lines here, but that happens all the time. It's up here that I usually have issues with if it's gonna do anything crazy. It didn't sink into my lines on my forehead. My under eye looks fine because they're there. I'm coming to terms with it. I'm not happy about them, but the under eye creases, it is what it is. And anyways, otherwise, like, it's not too bad for like something lightweight. And I think I could get away with this for work, which is really nice. And then the products layered on top of it nicely, which is a lot of products that I usually use. It was also buildable. The concealer, I kind of like this. I want to try it with some other foundations that I like, but so far, and usually, you guys, if you've watched a couple of my videos, I don't usually like trying out foundations and concealers together because then I don't really get a full idea. But these two, so far so good. I will continue to try them out, one by itself with another concealer, this one with another foundation, and see. I will update the drop down as I try those products out. I may have already tried them by the time that I post this video. Now, the eyeshadow palette. This one did not disappoint, you guys. I love Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes. The last ones that I've tried have been beautiful as well. The color story in this, you guys. 20 eyeshadows, $20 on Beauty Bay's website. They ship to the US. I love their shimmers. The mattes performed beautifully, even with a new primer. So I'm interested to see how they how they work out with other primers that I love too. If I had planned accordingly, I would have done one with a new primer, one with the primer that I love, but I didn't think about that. Now, I love the eyeshadow look that I came up with. I'm excited to play around with this more towards the holidays. Now, one thing that I forgot about, I talked about the Golden Age eyeshadow palette, but there was also loose pigments. It was a loose pigment trio. So there was like a teal, gold, and like a brownish shade that kind of had like a shift to it. So I will have to try these out later on. Maybe if I do the Golden Age, I will play with the pigments as well. Give us a pop of color with that teal. Let me know down below. Do you want to see that video? Otherwise, I'll just play with it by myself. Now, the eyeshadow primer, because I had such a dark, bold color, it didn't matter that it was translucent, and I kind of like the wand. Now, the downside is, with this wand, I just went it on my eye, but then I put it back into the tube, so you also contaminate the product. Anyways, so far so good. I will see how it lasts throughout the night. I'm not really going anywhere else tonight. I do need to do my nails because when I was up in Boston for work, I messed this one up, and tomorrow I gotta go to work. For the lip injection lip gloss, I don't notice anything different besides the fact that my lips are super glossy. It's a pretty shade. It has a great smell, and my lips are still cool. Like, they are like not super tingly. They're not like super hot or anything like that, but there's a cooling effect. I'm not mad at it. And then the bronzer. The packaging is adorable, you guys. And then inside, it just has that little cute hot cocoa aesthetic. And I love the scent of this. So that's cute. If you're thinking about picking up any of the holiday stuff from Too Faced, go check this out. It's on their website in Sephora. I can't remember if it's on Ulta. I will do a future video, so stay tuned for that with the Too Faced holiday eyeshadow palette. That one was super cute. But you guys, I think that's everything that I tried that was new. Let me know, are you planning on picking up any of these things? Are there any that you hadn't heard of and you're interested in trying out? If there's anything that you guys know that's new coming out and maybe I haven't picked it up, let me know down below. I will check it out, I will do a review, and I will post a video for you guys. But if you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Until my next video, you guys, bye, and I'll see you in the next one.